Hi, my name is Joseph.
Hi, how you doing? My name's Sean.
Hi, Sean. Before we start off, I wanted to talk a little bit about myself so we can get a little bit aware of each other.
Mm-hmm.
I've been working with this company for the last couple of years. The behavioral theory that I like to work on is
Mm-hmm.
RBT,
Mm-hmm.
where I'm going to be challenging on ways on how you think
Mm-hmm.
and the actions that come from the way you think.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also going to talk to you a little bit about confidentiality
Okay.
and that to let you know that this is a safe environment. Whatever is say in between these walls between you and me stays there.
Okay.
But the only way I will have to say something is if I hear that you're going to harm yourself or somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
So other than that, why are you here today?
Well, it's because every time I go to school, I get immediately depressed because I know it's gonna be a bad day. Because I'm always hearing people talking negative about me behind my back, or it's people that just blatant and blunt and just say negative things to my face, and it. I try my best to not make it seem like it hurts my feelings, like I'll laugh it off in front of them, but deep down it does bother me a lot, honestly.
Well, first off, why do you feel like people are talking about you? Like, how do you know they're talking about you?
Well, because every time I'm in school, I would hear people discussing like lunchrooms mainly, like, oh, this kid's weird, he's a nerd, he's not dressed in like the best clothes, his fashion's not great, or they'll make fun of like how I talk, that I can't open my mouth too wide, or whatever.
And you hear this all with your own ears.
Pretty much, or in a sense of that just honestly. And then the people that come to my face, they'll be just like, Sean, you're not that cool of a person technically. And I always, whenever I feel like I made a friend, I'll see them in the hallway, and when I'm about to say hi, they look at me and look down or at their phone and completely ignore me like they didn't just see me when I know they did.
So you feel like so you have issues with making friends because you don't trust them.
Not because I don't trust them, but because I don't, I don't, I don't feel like I'm worthy of being a friend from how negative people see me in school.
Well, first off, why do you feel like you're negative towards people?
Because every time I come in, there's to school, there's always something being said. If not every day, every other day, or at least sometime during the week, someone is saying something about me.
So, what are you saying anything back towards them?
No, because I don't like to fight or cause arguments, so I just let it be and just go about the day. Like I'll have some people tell me maybe I should do that, but then I'm like, there's no point because it's not gonna gain me anything, or it's not gonna make them stop because they're not really my friend if they're gonna treat me like that. So there's no point in arguing with someone who's just gonna keep doing it every day.
So, to summarize what you just said, you're feeling that there's no point in making new relationships because everyone's just gonna disappoint you in the end.
Because I pretty much just go to school and just go right home. I don't really talk to much people throughout the day.
But do you have any like compassion or want to talk to anyone? Like, would you want to go up to someone and be like, "Hey, how's it going? What's going
Yeah, like
on?"
I have this one person I can talk to, but the way I get treated, I always think maybe they're also talking about me. But so far, I have one person I can speak to. That's the person who did tell me to maybe stand up for myself. But even then, I don't feel like there's a real friendship based upon how I'm always hearing smart remarks in the background, and I always figure it out later on.
So, due to all this talking behind your back, I'm hearing that due to that, you your confidence and your self esteem doesn't seem very up to par. Let's just say, like you don't like. I think maybe you should start working on the confidence part or the esteem. Would you think that would be a good way to start in the coming sessions?
I mean, I've tried, well, not tried, but what I normally do is I'll read comics or play video games to like ignore all the anger or depression that I have throughout the day. And sometimes I'll play music, depending on whatever mood I'm in, that I feel will help me.
So with these comics, do you use them in a way to distract, or do you just picture that, like, certain aspects of the comic you would want that in the real life, or how would you?
Certain comics I read, yes, because obviously the superhero has many friends he can speak to and actually care about him and wish him to be safe. But more along the lines is just to distract myself so I don't overthink and keep thinking about my day and how bad it was.
Well, why did your day go bad?
Just from all this negative talk, like I try my best to avoid it in every way that I can. Like I've tried actually to get better up to date clothes. That hasn't helped anything. Uh, I've tried to join a club, and the people in the club never really ever contacted me back about like, hey, you should join us when we go out to this area to support the club. So I just felt like they didn't want me in the club, so I just quit and just left.
But if they invited you to go, why wouldn't you just?
No, I never got the invitations.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's cool, it's cool. I just never got the invitations. So it'll be, I'll have my email and my number. They can call me anytime. And then I'll walk through the school and I'll see them setting up something. I didn't know about this. I didn't know this is like a funding thing you guys are doing today. No one ever told me. So I just said I'll just leave the club and whatever because I don't want to be around there.
Why do you feel like they're leaving you out?
I just look at it like maybe it's because of just my character. Maybe I'm not a easy person to be around. Maybe I'm not too sure. I usually think maybe it's because of the fact that I'm very quiet. I don't like to talk too much in school or around most people. So because of that, maybe they don't feel comfortable with me being around since they know I'm not going to say much.
And this is a thinking process that you always had, even from younger child.
Ever since I've started school, it's kind of been that way. Like I'll have a quick group of friends, and I'll hear something negative being spoken about me, and then I'll question the friendship, and then I'm usually when I get annoyed or frustrated, I just be like, what, just forget about it, end everything, and just be by myself.
To go back on your first statement that you just said, it feels like you have some trusting issues coming about, like some unresolving trusting issues. Is there any point in time where you ever had an issue with someone where they let you down or they betrayed you?
I've had plenty of people like betray my trust because I will, from not every person I've spoken to about a very personal topic, but the ones I have, I'll hear it being as a joke a couple weeks later with the other group of people. So I'll be like, what? There's no point in sharing either. Like I don't really share anything with anyone at all.
So because you were betrayed then, that makes you feel untrusting other people.
It does. I don't really like. I have some faith in trust, but it's really not real trust. It's just to see where it goes. Like I don't really put myself out there, but I'll just put myself there to see if anything can grow.
But why? Why wouldn't you want to put yourself out there? Maybe just because it happened one time, don't you think maybe if you try it again that you're not always gonna get the same result?
No, of course. I've tried with many times in high school, college now, which is how I gained the one person I can talk to now.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, I don't really see it as a secure friendship based on my past experiences.
So do you feel that maybe in the future it could get to where you could trust or affiliate your friendship?
Probably more so in the adult life after I'm done with school. Granted, I'm an adult now, but more out of school wise adult life. It can be better more for professional area, but I'm hoping it does because I would like at least a couple friends in life because everyone needs a friend.
So would you say that would be your goal from that you would want to get out of these sessions?
To better my communication skills and probably learn more about my inner self, yes, I would, to help me gain some type of friendships.
Okay, so where do you feel that with you need help with your communication skills?
Um, just opening up because it's hard for me to start a conversation with someone. Usually people will talk to me and then I'll begin talking.
So you mean you don't start conversations with new people whatsoever?
Someone will come up to me randomly and start a conversation, then I'll go from there.
So you're trying to say just you want to just be able to start conversations with
Yeah, just be
people,
able
just
to
come out of the blue.
be able to be more upfront and not being scared to talk as much from all these experiences I've gone through.
Well, why would you say you would be scared to confront people, to start new conversations?
Yeah, it all goes back from the past. Because like when I was a child, like I would immediately go to people, be like, "Hi," introduce myself, try and gain a friendship, and then when it goes south, then I'll just from so many times of me doing it as a kid, I don't want to really waste my energy and do that.
Well, maybe if you want to redirect your energy back and starting new friendships, and maybe you will get something more out of it if you do so. Would you think you think that would probably be maybe a better solution for you, or?
Mm, I'll look into trying that technique, but I haven't. I don't. Even, I just. It's hard for me to gain back that confidence in myself and like self-esteem wise too to try and do that because it happens so often.
So maybe you should work, go forward with trying to fix your self-esteem and go. Well, we first should talk about more why you feel like your self-esteem is low when it coming to throw with people. So, what can you tell me about when you first realized that you had like low self-esteem?
Like I noticed it immediately, most likely during my 7th, 8th grade time frame, because I just stopped doing activities that I normally would do. Like I used to play basketball a lot. I used to do more outdoor activities. Now I've noticed from speaking now, I notice I do more of an indoor activities, not really trying to be around anyone.
So was there a certain situation where, not where, but why you stopped doing the normal things? Like what?
It's probably started. It's probably started when I finished 8th grade, going into high school, because since it continued now, it's kind of an annoyance that it's gone on for so long. I lean more towards the video games, comics, and just staying home because I know obviously doing more of the outdoor activities leads to people talking to you or about you in my situation. So I just wanted to avoid it completely.
So you feel like while you're avoiding things, you don't have to deal with certain situations that's going on.
Yeah.
So in the 8th grade, you're saying back in the 7th grade, people were talking about you behind your back, correct? So did you ever confront the person that you were?
Back then, I've tried it a couple of times, but then it led to the arguments and a possible fight occurring, which is why now I don't really, in a sense, basically defend myself from all that negative behavior.
So the negative behavior, you don't feel confident in like maybe trying to take care of that situation in a different way? That just because every time you have an argument, maybe you don't have to go to the fighting part, you can actually just have a conversation with the person who you feel is talking behind your back or betraying you or being untrustworthy to you?
I could. I'll try, but it's very difficult because I always feel like it's going to lead to that no matter what.
Why do you always go to that? Like, why do you always automatically think it's gonna go negative?
From just experiences, because when I have confronted, the person will get mad at me like it's my fault for getting bothered, for not wanting to be treated like that. And then it's like in my head I get frustrated, so it's like, why are you getting mad at me when you're the one treating me bad and wrong? And then that would lead to a fight because I'm getting frustrated and then that person is getting frustrated. So I just want to avoid that completely.
So what you're trying to say is that you just don't, you tried it so many times that you lost your patience with it. And
Basically.
you don't wanna keep trying when you know it's always gonna have the same outcome.
Basically, yeah.
So would you say that maybe you would try it in the future if you
More so in the adult, like I said before, adult life after school, because I feel like maybe at that point, hopefully, people are more mature and not as childish anymore. I'll look into trying it. But right now, even though I would like to try it now, my brain and how it is, like I'm not really motivated to.
But what would you say would motivate you to do so?
The only thing motivating me now is really my friend I have now. I consider a friend, but still not trusting them as a friend based on my experiences, because so far there's nothing really that has happened for the amount of months I've known this person. That's probably the only reason why I still have the energy to maybe try and keep trying to get friends. Like I know you don't have to have a large amount of friends, but I would like at least a couple good, solid friends.
So how would you describe to me what a good, solid friend would be?
Trustworthy, kind, helps you when you need help, and is there for you at all times.
So with the last part, what you're trying to describe to me is like someone who's on call for you 24/7.
Not 24/7, but like if I need help with something, or if like the regular friend, like if I need your assistance to do something, like you would at least try. If can't, at least show me the initiative that you would want to at least, and be upset by it. Like the average person, like if I can't help you, I would be bothered by it, but I would let you know, obviously, from my actions, not just words, that I would help you, but obviously because of the situation I'm in right now, I cannot help you.
So actions speak a lot.
Louder than words, yeah.
Yeah, so you feel. So what would be your expectations with that person?
Just to not do fantastic things, but to just show me through actions that you are a person that does care about me, and I can, just have some type of dependence on you if I need to, when it comes to any situation that I may come across, and if I can't do by myself.
Do you think these expectations are a little too much to have on a certain kind of person? Like with your friends, do you think your expectations are very high, in high standards than normal?
It could be, because it's probably why I have a difficult time finding someone, because they don't have every aspect I would like. But that's from my experiences, that's why I would like that kind of person, based on.
So would you say that maybe you would want to look more into that, trying to change your expectations?
I can try. I can look into it.
So in the next session coming up, I would like for you to think about how you can change your expectation, and maybe that will lead you on to having more open relationships with certain people. Does that sound good for you?
Um,
You think maybe you can come back with a couple of things that we can talk about in the next session?
yeah, well, after this session, I'll give it a try. I'll go to school tomorrow and maybe speak more in class and see if that can lead to a possible friendship, or see just good conversation and see maybe not less expectations behind it. Hopefully that will maybe change my mindset. I'll just try it one time.
Yeah, so let's try and tell me about it more when next time we meet.
Okay.
All right.
Nice to meet you.